An Almost Famous expanded soundtrack box set is on the way in honor of the 20th anniversary of Cameron Crowe's classic rock film Almost Famous, starring the beautiful Kate Hudson in that movie as Penny Lane. Huh, it doesn't get any better than that. They're releasing a new 103 song box set, 5 CDs, 7 LPs, and all the music featured in the movie and more, as well as extras. There's going to be a book with this and other fun goodies. It's going to feature music from the Beach Boys, Led Zeppelin, Joni Mitchell, Guess Who, and of course, the fictional band from the film Stillwater. It's going to come out on July the 9th. Dave, does Almost Famous still hold up to you as a rock and roll film? Would you pay for this box set?
I think that 100%. I think Almost Famous is one of the best rock and roll movies of all time. Like there's just so many classic things. If it's not Jay Baruchel trying to get Bowie autographs,
Yeah,
or Mark Maron as the disgruntled promoter, or
Jimmy Fallon's in there.
Jimmy Fallon as the new slick manager. Like there's so many characters in that movie, so many great scenes. The Stillwater. I've been waiting for a new record from Stillwater for years. I don't know what the fuck those guys are up to, but yeah, man, it's a great rock and roll story, and told only the way Cameron Crowe can tell stories. So I'm stoked, man. I would definitely spend the money on this kind of thing. It's these movies are few and far between. So if you're a fan of it, and like the soundtrack already was just the best of the best, from like that scene where they're singing Tiny Dancer while the plane's going down. Yeah, the Tony Danza. It's just awesome, and the music is so important to that film. So to throw on a bunch of like-minded songs and make it into a box set, I totally get.
Yeah, for sure. And I know that Cameron Crowe, it is loosely based on his own life because he did tour with rock bands in the 70s. So the movie Almost Famous is a little bit based on his own life. The thing about Almost Famous that it does very much revel in the stereotypical view of the rock and roll lifestyle, right? Especially in the 70s. That is kind of the epitome of rock and roll hedonism. So it buys into the mythology of classic rock a little bit too much, especially looking at it now, maybe not so much when it came out. But like you're saying, the movie itself holds up very well. The soundtrack is incredible. I think That's the Way by Led Zeppelin is one of the songs that they have in that movie, which is incredible as well. I love Philip Seymour Hoffman's character, may he rest in peace. His character in that movie and his jaded view of the rock and roll lifestyle that Stillwater represents, and that whole vibe. I don't think I would buy this box set, but I would most definitely stream it. I feel like if you put it on Spotify, you hit the shuffle button, that this would be a very enjoyable listen while you're cleaning the house or doing whatever. So I applaud them for putting together such a huge collection and actually being able to secure all the licensing rights for all this music, because I imagine that couldn't have been cheap. And I still maintain that when you look at all the best fictional bands of all time in movies and television series, that Stillwater, Fever Dog, still a banger, still one of the best fictional rock bands of all time.
For sure, man. I think the reason this is happening, I think there's been a few mergers over the years and a few catalogs bought out by different publishing companies. So to me, the business side of it looks like they have a lot. Whoever's the creative and archive person has a lot more to choose from. So they're just, what can we do with these songs? And I think this is a great reuse of old catalog stuff. So it's a win-win, man. People like cool stuff, and it's definitely, like you said, throw it on for a road trip and enjoy your night.
It's a reskin of a Time Life collection. That's what it is. Based around a cool movie from the 2000s, but still very, very cool. So